Hey family, today I want to talk about some movies and one show in particular that I recommend to watch at this time. People are tapping into their higher awareness of who they are, and I recommend movies because your life is a movie. And when you watch the movie, you can see things like I said, images worth a thousand words. You store it and you learn a lot quicker through imagery. Okay. Now, I will talk about this show first. Now, this show is called Fringe. Okay, the reason why I like this is my top show of all time. Okay, as you can see how they put the holograph, because they're showing you that this life is a holograph. It's an illusion. It's where you focus at. Okay, and each inside of each person's is DNA codes. Okay, this is actually the way you really look. If you look at yourself throughout these lenses and look at yourself at like the sixth dimension, you would see yourself like this. Okay, this shows about teleportation. This show is about time travel. This show is about suspended animation. This show, what drawn me to this show is when I first seen it. My brother turned me on to it. I didn't know anything about it, and when actually the first episode I watched is when her name is Olivia. Okay, now Olivia went into the Twin Towers on the third. I think she won the 13th floor in the Twin Towers or something like that, and she met with a guy named William Bell. Now, I don't want to get too deep into it, but William Bell was a time traveler. He was in between worlds, so he basically was on the other side, telling her about what's going to happen in this. Because he's on the other side, he could see it clearly. So he was telling her, and it's funny that where they were was where the quote-unquote planes hit in 9/11. Okay, and the funny part about that was in the newspaper. Now, I've seen this in 2009. Then on the newspaper, when she walked in the room, they had Obama, Michelle, and the two children being they're serving their second term in the White House. Now, like, how do they know this? The guy named J.J. Abrams is the one that's doing the show with Jordan Peele. What's it called? Lovecraft County. He's the one who did this show. Now, this show is so deep because this show is like multi-dimensional interactive software. Meaning like this. Okay, for instance, let's say in an episode, right? Let's say if we got 100 episodes. Let's say if I pick a random episode, okay. Let's say episode 83. Okay. Whatever I did that day is going to be in that episode 83. Meaning that, let's say if I go buy some pistachios, something random, pistachios and bananas, okay. In that episode, I guarantee it'd be a person eating pistachios in that episode. It's that, I can't explain it, but it's definitely like multi-dimensional, this show. And this show is definitely good to help you, to let you see that you're not alone. And there's higher forces working on your behalf, only if you let go and get out the way. All right. Now this movie, okay, that I recommend. I think this came out in the 90s. This is called Powder. Now, Powder is deep because Powder was a boy. He was like, I think in high school. He was young, but he was in high school. He stayed in his basement. Everything is always underground with these children, right? He was in his basement, and he would just read books, and he was tapping to his powers. Now, this Powder, they didn't understand him because he was very, very light skinned. He remind you of Michael Jackson, his skin color. Okay, his skin color literally looked like powder. Okay, so everywhere he went, everybody would judge him. They would look at him like he's strange. They call him a freak. But what it was they was really intimidated by him because he had gifts. Okay, this boy can stop time. He could astral project. He was psychic, clairvoyant, clairaudient. He had all these gifts: telepathy, telekinesis, This is a feel-good movie. This is a movie about love. This is a movie of overcoming. This truly will touch your heart watching this movie, to let you know, even the ones that you feel like you feel out of place, you don't feel like this is your home, you will connect with this movie, because that's what he says throughout this whole movie is, I want to go home. Like, this is not my home, because everybody judges you. Everybody's afraid. Everybody's living in fear. Okay? So this is an excellent movie called Powder. I highly recommend this movie. Okay, the next movie I recommend is called Fast Colors. Now, Fast Colors is awesome because when you watch, actually this movie, they was trying to stop this movie. I mean, when this movie came out to the movie theaters, all the movie theaters that I called, one day they say it was planned, next day something's wrong with the film projector, the next day it's not even shown on their website. It was so much resistance with this movie. And I understood why. And even with the critics, they were saying this movie was terrible. It's a waste of time going see it. Whenever the critics say that, you need to go see it, because they don't want you to wake up. Okay, now this movie is about a young child and her mom. They have these gifts, and these people were hunting them. These people were trying to stop them from turning their gifts online, because they could control the weather. Okay, they make earthquakes happen. Okay, these people, these two, the mother and the daughter and the grandma, they were highly in tune. And it's beautiful, because in the movie they're saying that your time, they talk to the people in power, because people's trying to arrest them and control them, and contain them, put them in jails and stuff like that. And because they didn't want the world to know the abilities that they really have, if you would just see. And it's called Fast Colors, because once she truly tapped in, she could see the colors of this world, with the true colors of this world. And I love to call Fast Colors, is because when you fast, this is when you can truly see the true colors. You can see the orbs. You can see people's auras. You could see you could see in other dimensions. Okay, and this movie shows you, like, I don't want to tell the ending of the story, but it's just highly recommended. Fast Colors. Okay? That's all I'm going to say for now. Just see it. Just watch the movie. Okay. This next movie is called, this is now The Animatrix. Now this is actually before The Matrix. If you watch this is an animation, but it's 9 stories in one. And each story is telling you about how the Matrix is. How the Matrix is all about control, and ways of going past the Matrix, and how this Matrix was constructed. I love all these stories in here. I love Beyond, story called Beyond. One is called the Child Story. One is called the Second Renaissance. Now, the Second Renaissance, I don't want to get too deep into it, but the Second Renaissance is about how this world is what it is. Okay? In the Second Renaissance, they're saying at one time man was at peace, but then his vanity took over. Then the man started making machines to serve him. Once this machine starts serving him, then the man start abusing the machines. Okay, and to the point where the machines, they actually overthrew the machines. They actually destroyed the machines. But the machines, because man made him, had a gene inside of the machines where they still had a form of consciousness. They start understanding who they were. Then they start running things. Then they enslave the humans, using the humans as a battery source, which is what's actually happening today. Okay, so it's deep, man. This is awesome. And the Matrix. This is why in the Matrix they said the Matrix is all about control, using human beings as a battery source. Because this goes all the way back to Atlantis and before Atlantis with their technology. Okay, so nothing is what you see, nothing is what it seems. Understand, there's always a history behind it if you would just look beyond. Well, this is excellent movie to understand, for you to understand the world that you're in. and how it operates. This last movie is called The Nines. Now, I love this movie. I always recommend this movie. This movie is so powerful because it's like, this movie shows you that you are not who you think you are. You are all playing roles in this matrix. You're all playing characters. You're all on stage. And when you get tired of playing the roles, this is when you tap into the higher awareness of who you are. Once you start asking the questions, then everything starts to unravel. It's like a lot of you guys, you know in your heart that this can't be it. But some of you like playing the role, so therefore things won't reveal themselves to you. The ones that are truly tired of playing the roles, this is when you start seeing in fifth, sixth dimensions, and you understand you are not your body. You are pure consciousness. This movie shows you this. And in the end, he got tired of playing the role. And it also showed you that a lot of times, even the people that's going against you is actually working on your behalf, because they're showing you, it's like a trigger to wake you up from the dream that the role that you're actually playing. So it's like saying, okay, the nines are the ones who have completed their life's mission. They have learned their story, and now it's finally time to transmute into your Merkaba, your higher self, to leave this world of perception and objects, imagery, into pure consciousness, where it is pure, loving light, no duality. This is awesome for all those who are confused about who they are. The nines is basically dealing with completion. 9 planets, 9 months in the womb. It's deep. This is a deep movie. I highly recommend this. Okay? I'm not going to say much more about it. I just want you to see it for yourself. Okay? So, okay, fam, I just wanted to talk about these movies that I forgot one more. Excellent movie for you to understand what's going on while everything is in chaos around you in the world itself, is called Doctorsleep. This movie is called Doctorsleep. Okay? Now, this movie is about these group of people who hunt children down, specific children, to use their energy, their life force, as fuel to keep them alive, keep them strong, keep them in power. Okay? And their supplies start getting short, so they start getting a little frantic, and they went out hunting again. But one thing I love about this movie is, instead of us running, they would start being the hunted now. They were being hunted down by a little child. She was tired of all the brutality because she has empathy, she has gifts, she can feel the pain of other children. Now she starts to hunt them down. Okay? So I love this movie because now it's showing you to take back your power. Okay? And also it's showing you that these children are here for a whole higher purpose than we think. Okay? They are here to transform this world into love and light. It's time to get out the darkness. In this movie, Doctorsleep, is very refreshing because it's like the shift of the guards. The roles have changed. It's in reverse now. Everything is going to a higher level. And this movie reveals it. This movie is another movie that in the reviews was saying, oh, this is a waste of time. Don't see this movie. This is actually a continuation of the movie The Shining. But it's a spin on it, because like Danny in The Shining, now this young girl, modern day time, now she has ability to shine, but she has all kinds of spiritual gifts. Okay, but she uses her gifts to fight against the ones that's just trying to hunt her. Now she's hunting them. It's like revenge. You get what I'm saying? So this is another movie. This is called Doctorsleep. I highly recommend this. Especially, you can show parts of it to your children. Not all of it, because some parts are kind of gruesome. Okay? But this is excellent to show the children that, okay, you have these gifts. You were here at this time to change this reality, to change perception of this reality into a world of love and light. All right, family, just wanted to drop all these videos to show you, and these movies to show you this is good things. I call them entertainment instead of entertainment, so you can get a bigger and higher awareness of the world that you're in and the role that you play in it, to get to the point to go beyond roles, to go to complete consciousness. All right, family, love y'all. Love and light.